time for baseball on MLB Network. Today, the third and final. Striding into the box, Ender Inciarte. He will lead this one off today. Oh, and he misses it.
Hey, I know everybody was on their toes right there from the pitcher to the defensive side. Leadoff hitters are known for this. Find ways to beat the ball into the ground and beat it out and get on base. Now they have to keep him in check. Let's see if they hold the runner close.
And looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to...
Ouch, that one hit him. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. No balls and 1 strike. Syndergaard, or Thor as he's often known. He was a first-round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Inciarte on second. Markakis on at first with nobody out. Hit hard up the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. Now a long throw home. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Hey, this team's been in a pretty bad funk, D-Roll. They've had a difficult time scoring and winning any game. So to strike early, that RBI single right there is awfully big.
Yeah, and hopefully the pitcher's able to breathe a sigh of relief, Dan, like you say all the time. Give me some early runs and let me relax and attack the zone.
I've always said, D-Roll, you score me 6 runs, I'm going to win a lot of games.
That's how quick an inning can potentially get away from you out there. You get the first 2 outs pretty quick. Next guy gets on, and now you're staring the number 4-hole hitter in the face with a runner in scoring position.
And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. So coming to the plate, Ozzie Albies, and he's been swinging it well the last couple of games. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike 1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And another foul ball. Grounded down the third baseline. Oh, and ouch, that one drilled him. No chance to make the play. Let's just hope he's okay on the mound. The next to bat for Atlanta, Lane Adams, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. 0-1 the count.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
So frustrating, D-Roll. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
1-1 the count now. Still only 1 out in the inning. And he misses 2-1.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Grounded back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. 1 run scores, and he's in there at the plate.
Boy, that's one of the beauties of speed. That trail runner right there, D-Roll. He's just too fast. They try to make a play at the plate, but they had no chance to get him because of his wheels.
Yeah, you got to put that one in your pocket right there and stop the hitter from advancing to second base and getting in scoring position. There was no chance at the plate.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. No balls and a strike to count.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one. And this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
Cespedes has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And even with 2 away now, that ball just didn't get out there deep enough, so they'll hold him at third base. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
4 runs here in this half inning, and it's fouled away.
Hey, if he's going to offer at a fastball above the zone, why don't you just continue to climb the ladder? Don't be shocked if he goes even higher with this next pitch.
And the 29th pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that'll finally end it. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. On now to the bottom. In now, Michael Conforto. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the net.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Fouled off. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, this team has definitely been struggling recently, and then you get a look up right now and you're going to face the ace. Somebody has to step up for this team. I'll tell you what, if they're able to score a few early runs off him and put him on the defensive, this could be a huge momentum swing for this team.
He takes the turn and heads for second. Around second now and headed for third. And he will make it back to second and be content with holding on there.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. He's set and the pitch. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Catch made in straightaway center as the runner tags from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away. For the moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if Lapo Pencia, Yoenis Cespedes, can keep it going. He comes into this one among the leaders in slugging percentage. How about top 5 in the National League? I love watching him when he comes up to the plate. There's an electricity about him. He's got power and he's got that swagger that you just can't miss.
And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close. You could tell this guy's been in the swing mode from the minute he walked into the batter's box.
The next 0-2. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. Into the Big Apple seats and gone. It's a 2-run shot here for Yoenis Cespedes. Number 13 for him on the year, and the Mets draw closer here. It's now a 4-2 ball game.
Yeah, and as we take a look at it on replay, you can see this thing was gone from the second it left his bat. A thunderous shot that dang near gave the pitcher a little whiplash. Challenged him with a fastball and lost big time.
Here's Jay Bruce now. As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. The numbers, 282 to start play, 7 homers, and he's driven in 24. The windup and the 0-1. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Bruce around the bag, heading for second now. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double.
When he started this game, giving up 3 extra base hits in the opening frame was not what he had in mind. He could still settle down and turn things around on the mound, but the way it's going right now, this has the makings of a start he's going to want to forget.
Next for the Mets, Todd Frazier, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. And they tag him out, but this will work as a sort of a sacrifice as the runner moves up. Next up for New York, Dominic Smith, and the Mets with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Missed with a slider. Bruce on third with 2 out. Pulled toward right center field. Inciarte's there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Here's Ender Inciarte. He'll start things out against Noah Syndergaard as this inning is underway. Sharp ground ball to third. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
To short, hit hard. Flores has it to Cabrera for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Braves retired on just 4 pitches as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Leading off the inning, Wilmer Flores, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch coming, here it is. Line towards center field. Inciarte is there, and he has it for the first out.
Time for a look at the Braves on D. And how fortunate are we that we get to watch the Gold Glover play some center field today. He's on every highlight reel on the regular, making huge plays for his defense, saving runs, throwing guys out at the plate, diving in the gap with his hair on fire. This one should be fun.
Line drive to center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game, watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Standing in now, Noah Syndergaard, as he'll go after the first pitch and promptly line one into left center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit.
Well, maybe he can take one positive from this right here with that huge base hit. I got to be honest, I wasn't even expecting him to go to the on-deck circle. The way he's been throwing the ball, scuffling a little bit, I thought maybe manager would pinch hit for him, but not so. But at least he's got the knock to fall back on.
Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And a breaking ball stays outside.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch. Work the count even.
The 1-1 home. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Plawecki is on his way home. He will score as it's now a 1-run ball game. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Well, we've already had some hard-hit balls in the first 2 innings here, and here's another one. Absolutely jumped off his bat and into the outfield, bringing another run home here in the early going.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Adams is there. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. In to score from third is the tying run. It's a 4-4 game. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. Runner in scoring position with Cezanne.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
neck-high fastball that time. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. This is line to left. Adams is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits. No. Back at Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, as we are ready for the 3rd inning in this one. First delivery to him on the way. And that one just missed outside. The 1-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
A ball and 2 strikes, the count to Tyler Flowers. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Albies, just 21 years of age. He's a 2nd-year big leaguer. 2-0 now. Now the 2-0. That's lifted the other way out to left. Cespedes is there. 2 down.
Up next for Atlanta.
Striding in once again, Lane Adams. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
He's had great command of his pitches all day. I don't mind him trying to go down right there and try and get a swing and a miss, but a nice job by the hitter to lay off that one in the dirt.
And he's safe at first as he beats this one out by about a half a step.
Boy, D-Roll, this looked like one of those easy 1, 2, 3 innings. Next thing you know, a little swinging ground ball and a 2-out infield base hit.
Yeah, it's never too late, and you never know when a rally's going to start. It seemed innocent early on. He got 2 quick outs, but now we see traffic at first.
Oh, and he misses it. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, sometimes you just have to shake your head on plays like this. Looked like he was there in plenty of time, had a beat on it, but he must have just lost concentration for a split second, and the ball falls. Should have made that play, though.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And not in time as the run scores.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around to score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Roll. There's not much you can do. Listen, there are physical and there are mental errors, and you just have to, as a pitcher, go ahead and look past that now and try to pick up your teammate.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is 3, and that will retire the side. Braves will settle for just the 1. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Braves on top, 5-4. Ready for another chance? Jay Bruce as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. First pitch coming. Here it is. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0.
There's no way around it. This has been a rough start on the mound, so it'll be interesting to see how long that man is going to let him go. Maybe he settles in and can give you another inning or so, but I wouldn't bet on it at this point.
Popped him up. Freeman is under it. He's got it 1 away.
Third baseman number 21, Todd.
Here's Todd Frazier now. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is taken outside for ball one. Slapped hard the opposite way. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about to double digits, so
this ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Up next for the Mets.
So striding in, Wilmer Flores, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
Bouncer up the middle. Wow, a flip to second for 1. On to first as they get the double play. Here's Ender Inciarte. A couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Center fielder, number 11.
Sent on the ground out to second. Cabrera's there. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Low for ball 1.
he's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
The 2-0 on the way. Is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Their count now at 2-2. Lifted down the line in left, and that will end up a foul ball.
It looked like from our perspective he gave up on that one a little too quick and then tried to emergency hack late.
Popped him up, but this will land untouched.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
On to first, and Markakis is retired, 2 away.
First baseman number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Ready for another shot now. Freddie Freeman, 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Hit back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Some success with 2 away, and the top of the 4th is still alive.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. That's a nice piece of hit. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No hits to this point. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye, 1-2.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to...
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Atlanta. They hold on to a 5-4 lead. Digging in to try it again, Kevin Plawecki set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Heading out towards shallow right. Markakis is over, 1 down.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Noah Syndergaard. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. Back up the middle. Swanson scoops it up. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
Now batting.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Michael Conforto. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate. Weak roller right side. Freeman is up with it on to first, and they don't come any easier than that. A 3. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt. Ready once again, Lane Adams. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. And he lays off there, 1-0. The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
Well, he's had a good game at the plate so far, 2 for 2, but I don't think you want to work around him if you're on the mound. Pitch him smart.
Oh, and that's off the second base bag. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
Hey, I can't fault the pitcher right now, but he better make an adjustment. This guy came into the game ice cold, but after 3 knocks, to give him another chance to beat you seems foolish.
And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Hey, that's a beautiful job of executing a hit and run right there. Pretty interesting. He must have known he was going to try and get over the heart of the plate right there with something, either fastball or something off speed, because he was coming unglued. 0-0.
Sinkers in there, no balls and a strike. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Ready with the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. And that is into right field, a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Nice execution right there. Ball was down below the knees. He stayed through it and was able to drive it for a base hit.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a bunt attempt here. This is foul for the first strike. 6 runs, double the amount of hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Barehanded on the move. He's out. Oh, and that looked destined to be an RBI, but a highlight reel stab put an end to that thought. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Stepping in, Ender Inciarte. 2 hits in 3 at-bats for him in this one. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Looking to minimize the damage here. Swing and a liner. Right at the third baseman, and that'll end the inning. Fair to say? Digging in the switch hitter as Drupal Cabrera. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Now.
That's a good job right there. Very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
3-0 to him now. Drupal Cabrera ahead in a 3-1 count now. Line to the right side. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first down. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He had that 2-run home run back in the first, making him 1 for 2 so far.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. Here's Jay Bruce now. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. And a ball, 1-0.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. We'll see Nick Markakis. Ready for another chance. Nick Markakis. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Nick Markakis. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the New York Mets, number 40, Jason.
First offering on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Drilled down the line. This gets foul. It's 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor it.
Bounce towards the second baseman. Taken there by Cabrera, and there's out number 2. Digging in to try it again, Tyler Flowers. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Strikeout here yet again. It's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts. Braves are set down 1-2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Todd Frazier. He doubled his last time through. First pitch coming. Here it is. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Inciarte on the run. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, Dominic Smith. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And now a pitch on the way. Pitch swung on and hit on the ground for Freeman over there at first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Next up from New York, Wilmer Flores. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Flowers waits on it, and that's the 3rd out. Down in order go the Mets. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. 7th inning straight ahead with the Braves leading this one, but before we get it started, let's take a look there at the game summary to this point. And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Conforto is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Check swing, but he makes contact and hits it out in front of the plate. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away. First offering on its way. Swing and a liner. That gets down, and the inning continues. And this will be off the wall out near the 3:30 marker. And going for it, the right call. He's in at second base with a 2-out double. Riding in once again, Dansby Swanson. He singled his last time up. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. The 0-2 home. Ripped on the ground to first. Smith has it, and nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after. Ready once again, Kevin Plawecki. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Fouled away. slow curveball like a balloon, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike two. Some activity out in the bullpen now as a couple of left-handers begin to stir. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Jose Reyes move out into the on-deck circle now as he'll hit for the pitcher Vargas. Now a bunt attempt here, and he'll lunge forward to take this ball in the air, so quick instincts there will foil the bunt attempt. Now back to the top of the Mets order, digging in Michael Conforto. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike one. Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up, Matt. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. Score remains steady at 6-4. Kurt Suzuki is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th. Hansel Robles is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
Number 47,
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Skied down the left field line, and that will end up a foul ball. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Missed with a slider. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Flores over to his left, 1 away. Here's Ender Inciarte. A couple of singles for him and 4 trips for him this afternoon. And that misses for ball 1. 6 runs, 13 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Swinging a ball line softly down the line in left, but foul. The 1-2. Now that's popped up. Flores moving to his left, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Stepping in for the Braves, Nick Markakis. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. And that's in there for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now he turns on a fastball and sends it deep down the right field line. Gone into the upper tank.
Every run helps late in the game. And with this one on the board, they're now up 3 and only need 6 outs to end it. They've got a little room for error, and I'm sure they'd like to add to that even more if they can.
0-1 the count. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Chopped weakly up the first base line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Braves able to tack on another courtesy of the solo shot. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's the Braves 7 and the Mets 4.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Atlanta.
Asdrubal Cabrera will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here. First offering on its way. Grounded back up the middle. Swanson brings it in, and a good throw gets him 1 gone. Coming to the plate now, Yoenis Cespedes. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sharp ground ball to third. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. Here's Jay Bruce now, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
4-1. Here it comes, 1-0. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Back up the middle. And that's going to be a base hit for Bruce. And Todd Frazier on deck will have a chance to bat this inning.
Count leverage right there, sitting dead red fastball, and he didn't miss it. Nice swing right there, driving it into the outfield for a knock.
Here's Todd Frazier now. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing. Baseball doesn't have a clock, but you only have 27 outs to work with. They're running out of those pretty quick.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit high and deep to right center. Markakis on the run. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. And this hops over the wall out there for a ground rule double. And maybe a tough break, as that'll freeze the runner at third with 2 gone.
Definitely a break right there for the defense with the ground rule double. If that ball stays in play, there's a pretty good chance the runner from first is able to score since he's moving on contact with 2 outs. Instead, he's forced to stay at third, so we'll see if they're able to strand him there.
He's in at second safely, as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
Well, lefty on lefty, this is a tough matchup, but he stays in there, keeps that front shoulder closed, and just rips the pitch for a 2-bagger. Nice job of defying the odds there.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery, and he fouls this one off. Comes set, and the 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike number 2.
I know he's down in the count right now, and it's not looking good, but he's been swinging the bat so well lately. I don't think he minds this one bit.
And he chased it in the dirt. Flowers has it, and the throw to first ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We've played 8 full. Striding in to start the ninth, Tyler Flowers, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. The windup and the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. And he strikes out again. And that's the 5th time he's punched out today. This has certainly not been his game. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Now the 1-0. Line hard, but foul. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. 1-run game here in the top of the ninth. Count remains 2-2. Frazier trying to get there. Full count now, 3-2.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Flores to his left. He's there. The spin throw gets him at first. Nicely done for the second out. Ready for another shot now, Lane Adams. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Struck him out, so it remains a 1-run lead as they head into their final set of swings. Down in order go the Braves. They'll try and hold him in the field now. It's 7-6. Arodys Vizcaíno takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki. Previously against Vizcaíno, not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Markakis is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. 1 away. Adrian Gonzalez will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Freeman is there to make the play, and Adrian's retired on just 1 pitch. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Michael Conforto. 2 doubles for him to this point in the game. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double.
Everyone knows there are no awards for successfully getting 26 outs. You need to get all 27 before you can start celebrating. That 2-out double here in the 9th, putting the equalizer on at second base. A couple of minutes ago, this thing looked like it might be over.
But this is taken in as a perfect metaphor to end this one, as that ball was hit hard, but the ball game is over. And this afternoon's closes at a 1-run game, 7-6 today. Atlanta put up a 4